everyone! I know I haven't done a review in a while because the last time I did a review was forever ago, and then I did the collection video. I actually want to go ahead and do a request before I move on to the one that I wanted to do myself. This album I have had for a while, and I have it in digital copy only. I bought it on iTunes, and it's from an artist I haven't reviewed yet on this channel, but somebody I listen to quite a bit. The arguable queen of K-pop, BoA, and it's her Japanese sophomore album, Valenti. The album starts with the title track, Valenti. I believe Valenti means something like bravery. I think it's Italian. Maybe. Anyway, the song is really, like, probably one of her most well-known songs, and I understand completely why, because it's very, very good. I actually like the Japanese version better than the Korean version, and she sounds very young here. And something I'd just like to comment on, basically for the entire album, BoA is Korean, and her Japanese is, Japanese is obviously not her first language. In this album, and the album before, for sure, I can say, you can hear her accent really, really clearly, and I just want to go ahead and get that comment out of the way, because it's something I hear in basically all the songs on this album, and it kind of makes me sad, but, like, her vocals are so good for someone her age that it's just so impressive, and, like, this song is also one of them. Also, the fact that she can sing in Japanese as well as she can, like, the faster parts and stuff like that. She does get a little tongue-tied at times, and you can hear it, but, like, the quality of her voice in this song is really good. Also, I really just like this song in general. It's a great opening track, and bold to start with the title song, for sure. The second song is Jewel Song, which starts out slow for me every time I listen to it. Like, I really have to force myself to listen to it a lot of the time, because I don't like the beginning of it. I don't like the verses and, like, the cheesy, echoey stuff that goes on, but, like, the chorus is just absolutely gorgeous. Instrumentally, her vocals are so great, and it's really an emotional song. I don't really like how fast we fell into a ballad in this album. I wish that this song and the song after had been switched. However, enough of that. Like, that's really all I have to say on that part. Her English in this is not so bad. I can mostly understand what she's saying, but there are parts of it where I'm just like, that sounds not so good. However, like, she did go on to study English and release an English album even, so, like, you know, she's better now, I think, but the beginning of this really drags, so I'm just gonna have to skip to the chorus. This is it right here. And, like, this song is really heightened if you put in headphones, because you can hear a lot more of the background instrumentals and stuff. And I love the instrumentals in the chorus. The bridge also has similar instrumentals, but it's a little bit more dramatic, and I really like that part of it too. But, like, as far as my attachment to this song, I don't really have one. This is such a good song. Why don't people talk about this song more often? She does have quite a bad accent on this. However, the way she sings this song is fantastic. I also would like to comment on this song in particular. When BoA was starting out in Japan, and when Kurokumi was starting out, their styles, when they were starting out, are really similar, and this song could really be either one's song, admittedly. However, like, I just love the way BoA sings this. She sounds so sassy, especially in the choruses, and nobody ever talks about this song, which pisses me off, because it's one of my favorites on the album, for sure. It was never a single or anything, but, it's such a catchy song, and I definitely recommend listening to it. Like, if you've heard all of her singles but never heard this, listen to this. But, like, she's like, brave it up. She slides up to the notes. But, like, she doesn't sound bad when she does it. She sounds so cool. And, like, in this part, communication. And she just sounds so sassy, and I really like it. Like, I wish that she did this music more often, because it sounds good. This is another song, This is another song I think that really gets heightened by listening to it with headphones in. I'm not super fond of this song, and it's the same thing as Jewel's song, in which it starts out really slow, and so I'm just like, But as time has gone on, I've come to really like the lyrics of this song, which is basically like, I don't know, I really like B.I.O, the last song, but like I'm not super sentimental toward the lyrics or anything, but like this song's lyrics have really grown on me, and it kind of reminds me of Moments by Ayumi Hamasaki, lyrically. But like I'm not super fond of the instrumentals in this. I do like the choruses again, and I like how there's kind of an echo back to her first album song, The Meaning of Peace, because she's like, Ne watashi ni wa nani ga dekiru, which was a line in Meaning of Peace, and I thought that was just interesting. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I don't know, this is just an okay song. It's nothing special, in my opinion at least. This is one of her singles on the track, or on the album, single tracks on the album, and I really like this song. I really, really, really like this song. I've always really been attached to this song, and it's so pop, and just the strings, and just her voice. Everything in this song really comes together very well. If you've never listened to this song before, highly recommend it. Korean version, not so fond of it. It really does better in Japanese, in my opinion. I like the lyrics a lot in this, and I really like the bass, and just like the little instrumentals. Like there's so many little fine details to this song that are really good, I think. And like her English in this is not the best, but part of that is like the writer's fault. The English in like the writer's word does not make sense. Like this, destiny, shine or not. Like that makes absolutely no sense. But she sings it really well, and like this chorus. This is such a good song. It's not my favorite on the album, but it's in my top 3 for sure. And I really like this song. Definitely recommend it. Okay, I don't know what to think about this song because I like her in it, and the instrumentals are really beautiful, but Dabo is really hard to understand, and like part of that might just be I'm not a native Japanese speaker, but the other part of it is the way he sings, or raps I should say. He like purposefully distorts his vowels, and so it's like, what are you trying to say? I can't tell if he's speaking Japanese or English. Like it's just completely ambiguous as to what he's saying, except for the like B to the O and blah blah, he like raps their names but spells it out, and then he's like something something Ojo-chan, like that part I understand, because he like raps it normally. So like he ruins this song for me, to be honest. If he wasn't in this, I think I'd really like this song a lot more. Especially this pre-chorus, and then the flow into the chorus is beautiful every time. I love the harmony too. It just feels like a breath of fresh air, and it fits the song really well. And like, this is probably one of the songs on the album that her accent is the best. Like you can't tell as much how Korean she sounds. So I like this song except for the rapper. This is another one of the songs that could totally have been a Korakumi song. I hate the English vocals on this because their accent is really weird and I don't like it. But it's the same thing that they did with Korakumi songs early on. And however, like BoA's parts in this are really good, and like the lyrics I really like. The instrumental and like the rest of the song does not do the lyrics justice. Like when I looked at the lyrics for the first time, I had not heard the song yet, and I was like, oh my gosh, these lyrics are fantastic. Listened to the song and I was super disappointed, although the song has grown on me more as time has gone on. But this part here, like that part I really like. It sounds kind of frantic and it kind of goes with the lyrics, but like, I don't know, I almost feel like this song would have done a lot better as a ballad because the lyrics are very serious but I like them a lot. That's this song's shining point. Everything else is just kind of like typical J-pop. Typical J-pop. I'm probably gonna cry. Moon and shit, it's so embarrassing. Moon and Sunrise was a song BoA wrote herself. The entire song is written in hiragana except for the character for tears, namida, because it was when she had just come to Japan and that was the only kanji she knew how to write. You can tell that like she wrote it with not a full knowledge of Japanese, but to me that makes the song even more tender. It's basically about her loneliness when she had first moved over there. This song's always been really just like digging a knife in my heart. For lack of better words, like before I went to Japan, it always made me lonely. And then like I was in Japan at one point and I was like really just not doing well and I was just sad and I was like, ugh, and I listened to the song, I understood what she was talking about. Like I got it, you know. I mean, I understood it, but like I also understood it. Okay, so like I leave Japan and this song becomes even more relevant because like these lyrics, like there in the second chorus she says, the moon is shining, dawn breaks, and like another day begins, and that's how I'm going to forget. And just like it's kind of about feeling far away from the people that you really love, which I thought so embarrassing. I felt that before when I was in Japan and I missed certain people, but I feel the feeling even stronger now that I'm over here because I really miss them. It's so embarrassing. Yeah, this is a really good song. The vocals are beautiful and the instrumental is beautiful. I definitely recommend listening to the live because it's slowed down and like just the piano and her, it's fantastic. But this is my favorite song on the album most of the time. Sometimes it switches out for the next song. This is the song that constantly competes with Moon and Sunrise for my favorite song on the album. Sorry. Discovery is beautiful. They made a Korean version too. I can't compare. Like for some reason the Japanese version to me has always been a lot more special. The instrumentals to this are beautiful, for starters. The way she sings this song is so good. It fits the lyrics so well like this. Like, this is the first song of hers in Japanese that I just was obsessed with, and I still am. The song really tells a story instrumentally and lyrically, and these choruses are so fantastic. The one thing I do complain about in this song, and it breaks the mood for me. Okay, first this. Like, the background vocals and the instrumentals work so well together to support her main vocals in this. And like, the way she sings this is perfect. The only complaint I have is in the bridge, and she spells out D-I-S-C-O-V-E-R-Y, but she says D-I-S-C-O-V-V-R-Y. Like, she leaves out the E almost entirely, and like, says the V in the Japanese and the C in the Japanese, and I was just like, you know that it's not correct, so why don't you just spell it correctly? It bugs me every time. But other than that, I adore this song, definitely recommend it. A lot of people don't talk about this song, and it's really too bad. So far on this album, I haven't had any songs that I really dislike, or just like ruin the album for me till we get to this point. I really don't like this song. I don't like the lyrics that well. Like, this is so stupid at the beginning, and I don't like the instrumental. She sings this well, but I just can't believe that this was even a single. Like, I know it wasn't by itself, if memory serves. I just am not fond of this song, and like, I feel like they should have just left this off and put in a new song, because I don't really like this song. The only thing I really like about the song is the piano. And the second verse, it does this like beautiful like chord. It sounds really like ethereally Asian, with, again, for lack of better words, but like, it's really good. But I just don't like the background vocals, even just really lackluster, and especially like we've been hearing all these great songs, and then like Discovery, and then like this song, and it's just like, and especially when I'm listening to the album in full, I tend to want to skip over this. Sometimes I force myself to listen, and I'm like, maybe I'll change my mind, but so far I haven't. So, I don't really like it at all. I wish the album had just cut off after this song. Beside You,僕を呼ぶ声is really good. Again, really stereotypical J-pop. Again, could have been a Kodakumi song early on. But the way she sings this song is so fantastic. It just makes me have low self-esteem because when I was that young, I couldn't sing like that. And like she sings so sweetly here. And just like the sweeter, like her higher voice is like here, and then like when it gets into the chorus, she gets into like her belting voice and this like strong BoA as opposed to like sweet BoA, strong BoA, and I really like the contrast, and she does that really well, and it's just so amazing. Like it's kind of a glimpse into like her future. Like she's gonna be good if she can already do this at such a young age like this. And the end chorus is so fantastic because she has all these background vocals and it's just fantastic. I love this song. Again, wish this had been the last track. I could have really done without the next two tracks. And the track before this too. I have absolutely no attachments or attraction to the song whatsoever. Honestly. Like, I almost just wanted to just skip to the next song. Like, I have nothing to say. I don't like this song at all. I don't like the way she sings this song. I don't like the bridge. I don't really like the instrumentals. There's nothing special about this. It's basically a waste of a track to me. I'm really sorry if this is like one of your favorite songs. I really don't like this song at all. There's nothing to say. Like, I don't like this song. I just don't. I don't like the way the background vocals are. I don't like the instrumentals. I definitely don't like the bridge. She sounds okay, like, but her voice is always good. And like, it's not like she sounds particularly good in her accent here either. Like, it's just not very good. I don't like this song. One, I really have mixed feelings about, probably because I really like the Korean version in comparison to the Japanese version. Also, it's like this upbeat song, but we've already heard this so many times on this album, and like, all the other songs are better. Valenti, B.I.O, I guess you could count Kiseki, I don't know. Searching for Truth I even like better than this song. You know, like Discovery, which I don't know if you, again, count that in the same category. Beside You,僕を呼ぶ声. Everything so far has been better than this, and so this song is just kind of anticlimactic. Also, hate at the end where she's like, "You're still my number one!" Like, stop! Just don't do that. Just don't. It's awful. I hate it so much. But the song is what it is, and it is the closing track. I don't like it as the closing track, though. I'll just be honest. No. Okay, so I have some sentimental attachments to some of the songs on this album. And some of the songs have really grown on me over the years, and some of the songs I'm like super attached to just because they're awesome, like Kiseki. And then there's some songs that really fell out for me. So this album is a really huge wild card for me. Also, I don't have a lot to compare it to because I only have listened to this album, her first album, and like her best album as far as the Japanese albums go, in full. I've listened to like all of her singles, anything that had a music video I've listened to. But I don't know her Japanese discography enough to compare it to other albums other than the ones I've listened to, so I just won't bother doing that. If you are new to BoA, don't listen to this album as your first album. I definitely recommend listening to Best in USA because it's the compilation. It's a good display of like what she's capable of. However, this album does have good songs on it, and yeah. As far as what will come next, I am going to do the review of the album that I want to do. Ha ha ha. It's something I have on digital, and it's actually not a full album, it's a mini album. Hint. And like I said, I do want to put that artist on this channel because like, up and coming, and I really want to hear what people have to say about this artist because I hear a lot of mixed things. So whatever. Anyway, thanks for the positive feedback about the collection, and I got my audio DVD. It's at my hometown now. So yeah. And with that, if you have any requests, please check my homepage to see. And I'm not doing Ultra Blue soon. I'm sorry, I'm just not. And I already explained why like 3 million times, so don't ask. It's on the list, don't ask. Don't request any Ayumi Hamasaki albums unless it's not a main studio album. Or same thing with Utada, because I'm going to for sure review all of them. So let's hear some different people's. Until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the next review. I still have forgotten that outro. Like, I really don't remember what it was anymore. Oh, I'll think about it.君と